Hello my friends, welcome to today's video. The goal for today's video is to use up everything that we have and to not go to the grocery store. So today we are doing a bit of a use it up challenge slash pantry cooking slash avoid going to the grocery store because we're about to go out of town for a little bit and I don't want to go to the grocery store and I don't want anything to go bad while we're gone. Over the next few days, my goal will be to use everything up that I can, starting with tonight's dinner. As you can see by my boiling pot of potatoes next to you, we're having potato soup for dinner tonight. This is the perfect time to remind you guys that recipes are the guideline and not the rule when it comes to cooking, because I have every single thing I need when it comes to cooking potato soup besides the cheese. But I do have a tiny little bit of Parmesan cheese. I do have some cream cheese that I probably should use, and I have cottage cheese, which I don't know if I want to use that in my potato soup recipe, but this is a use it up challenge. Expiration date is coming up on this, so I guess I'll use this cream cheese. And I know some big potato soup recipes have cream cheese in it, not the one I usually make, but we're using it up. We're getting creative. We're going to use cream cheese and Parmesan instead of cheddar. While I was talking, I went ahead and got my potatoes ready because those need to boil and get all soft and mushy before we add them to our soup. So they take just about as long as it takes for us to actually make the soup in its entirety. Got our Dutch oven. So you put a whole stick of butter in. This is not a whole stick. That's okay. This is 6 tablespoons of butter. This little guy here, also not fully 2 tablespoons, but today that's what she is. So I'm going to melt that. Okay, to our melting butter, we're going to add in some onions. We're going to add in 1/3 cup of flour. This is going to help us make our roux, and we're going to let this cook down. We want it to get nice and thick. Okay, and then the next step is we're going to slowly add our broth. It's kind of frozen still, but I'm just going to use this for the first few, and I'm going to add it in slowly. Again, this is a really important step here because you want to make sure that our potato soup is nice and thick. I also will say that the homemade stock, I feel like, is way yummier. I think that it adds way more flavor to the dishes that I'm making. It makes it feel more robust. It's like if you ever cook rice with chicken stock or any type of stock and then you try to go back to water, it's just not the same. Okay, now we're going to season. We season every layer around here. So we're going to season this soupy broth mixture here. We're going to do some garlic, some onion. This is not in the directions, by the way. Paprika, just a little bit. A little bit of basil leaves. Salt and pepper. I'm going to put the rest of this cream cheese that I have into here. I would say we use that up. It's time for half and half. Calls for 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to do 1/3 cup of half and half. Now, this is an important step for when it comes to potato soup. You got to smush it. At least some of them. I like how thick it is. You're going to watch and see how much thicker this soup is about to become. It's literally magic. All right, now you're just going to mix this all in and let everything combine together. I'm going to give everything a taste to see where it's at, but we're going to let this kind of simmer together for at least 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the Parmesan cheese because that's the cheese that we have. Used it up. Beautiful. Okay, guys, look at this. I mean, are you joking me? This soup is seriously probably one of the best things I make. Okay, it's the next day, and I'm making myself some breakfasty type lunch because I need to use this avocado. I have 2 other ones I need to use too. So I need to use up this bread, so I'm going to use up the bread. I need to use up our egg whites. I'm slowly working through them. So I grabbed these, and then obviously I'm still working through my cottage cheese. I could do a whole egg in here also, but I think I'm just going to do egg whites today. Here is heating up leftover soup, and I am having this for lunch. Just a little avocado egg sandwich. Hey, okay, it is dinner time and we need to figure out what we're gonna make. I pulled out, so we used up the last of our cheese last night and we used the rest of that cream cheese, but I still have a block of cream cheese I need to use. Recently, I featured a Cajun style steak and pasta with some broccoli, and it was so good. And honestly, I've been wanting to make it again, but I'm out of cheese. So I looked on Pinterest for a recipe for pasta sauce with cream cheese and not regular cheese. I'll put the recipe on the screen. That's what we're going for. A vague idea there. And I cubed up our steaks here. We're seasoning generously, by the way. Salt and pepper, paprika, and some Creole seasoning. All right, I have a skillet that's nice and heated up. We're going to put our steaks in. Okay, I'm going to turn this down to low, by the way. And I'm going to add a tablespoon-ish of butter. In case you're wondering if I'm following instructions on the salt and lavender thing, the answer is no. Because who would I be if I actually followed directions? Okay, we're adding some onions to this. We're going to let those soften up in the butter. To our pasta, or to our onions, we're going to add some garlic in all of its glory. I'm straying from the recipe a little bit. I'm going to just pop my cream cheese into my cast iron skillet. This may be an issue, but we're just going to go for it. And we want to get it nice and creamy dreamy. So this is where we're going to add in our 1/4 of a cup of pasta water. This could be a disaster, you guys. Oh no. In our water, I may add another 1/4 of a cup, or roughly a 1/4 of a cup of pasta water. That helps it to like give it a thinner consistency, and also helps it to stick to the pasta. All right, and I'm going to add the same seasonings that I added to our steak to our sauce. Okay, I think I may add one more 1/4 of a cup of half and half. And then I think that'll be good. I hope. Okay, genuinely, this is pretty fire. I can't even lie. I just tasted it. I mean, you can't really go wrong with cream cheese. Okay, party people, here is dinner. This is what creativity can get you when you don't have everything you need to make something that you want to eat. You just make it similar enough. Also, my dogs are just waiting, wishing. But no, okay, anyways. Time to watch a movie. All right, besties, that is gonna wrap it up for this Use It Up challenge. I feel pretty good about everything that I used. Last night we ate leftovers. Very exciting to avoid the trip to the grocery store, to save money by just using up what we have, being a little creative. So if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you subscribe, hang out for more, and I'll see you guys in another video super soon. Bye.